Hey, it's me, Unapologetically T, and I wanted to come do a hopefully quick video, but y'all know I'm long with it, on identifying your enemies. All right, so I touched briefly on my last video about this, but who is your enemy? So if you are, fighting a spiritual war, you're fighting on, the earthly realm, like who is your enemy? A lot of us have been conditioned that the enemy is red with horns and a fucking tail and a pitchfork. It literally is fucking hilarious to me. So colonization has given you the devil, and literally the devil is viewed as something outside of you. Most times, like, you'll be like, oh well, this happened, the devil is out to get me. And rarely do we take accountability for ourselves when we do that. So that's the problematic part of the devil with me, far as colonization's view on the devil. When I view the devil as a concept. The devil is a concept. The devil is temptation. The devil is you, and you not having self-regulation. So literally for me, the view of the devil is something completely different. However, the way Western world looks at the devil is that the devil is our enemy and we're fighting against the devil. And I find it to not work for me as my enemy. However, I've done a lot of digging, and I think it doesn't matter, right? We're giving things names and labels. I think that for me, though, it helps me conceptualize it better when I look at evil as pure evil. Like, we all have good and bad in us, and it's about regulating. So pure evil to me is when you're almost or is 100% bad. Like, you have skewed all the way over there, baby. Literally, you are playing by no principles. You have no principalities. You have no moralities. You have nothing fucking there holding you to a standard of what's okay in life. And it's riddled in chaos and confusion. And chaos and confusion alone is not a bad thing. You can have organized chaos, which I like to bring. All right. So literally, I am a person who I make the best out of whatever the fuck you give me. And so I'm going to transmute and I'm going to utilize whatever you bring. Give me the scraps, and we're gonna make something out of this, because I'm an alchemist. So, like, literally, for me, it's a lot different when I view these things. But however, I'm gonna try to keep this basic. Our ancestors looked at things as spirits, and literally you had good spirits and you had bad spirits. They also did have a form of the word, like a demon. It literally was to represent spirits. In all indigenous cultures, spirits are a thing. Like, you have spirits in animals, you have spirits in people, you have spirits in all living things. These trees, the air that keeps coming through here, blowing through here, so I don't have to sweat my pants off. Literally, spirits of the earth, spirits of the people, spirits of everything has a spirit. And so everything, like, not all spirits are just bad. It's just like you have angels and demons. It's just this extreme duality that's taught. And there's never taught about an in-between. There's never taught about mastering these things either. It is just always looked at, strive to be good, and it's toxic in how we view that. However, I want to get to the point of your enemies. If you view your enemy as Satan, the devil, Lucifer and the devil are not even on the same realm, but they've lumped him with it. The devil was not even Lucifer. The devil was another concept that was created outside of Lucifer. Lucifer literally is found in the Jewish faith, and Lucifer was an angel. Lucifer was a light bearer. And if you start to really read these stories, you can really see that something in there is not quite adding up. Something's missing. Something is fucking missing. There's an illusion in the Genesis story that, like, I can't believe a lot of people don't pick up on. But Lucifer didn't lie. The snake did not lie. And a lot of people, I have been having like a different relationship with the snake. I always had fear around the snake, right? And I don't anymore. I've also have some art pieces that I got to get out about the snake, because I kept having meditations about the snake and the staff. And I told you I had a visit from Thoth, Thoth, and literally the one of the things I saw in that vision was a staff. And usually though his staff is depicted with a knob, but for me it was like a king cobra, and it was like two snakes coiled around it. And a lot of times the snakes get a bad rap, and I was born in a family of snakes, so I get it. But snakes get a bad rap when literally snakes when a snake is healed and evolved, a snake only bites you when you're encroaching on their territory. Literally, that whole "don't tread on me" movement. So literally, if you respect a snake's territory, a snake will respect you. It's all about respecting this world. Like, you can have good and bad and all things. So what I find in Western culture, though, we demonize things, we overgeneralize things, and we'll demonize the whole group of things. And literally we don't use any fucking discernment. So to say all of this, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, it doesn't matter how you want to view these things, what you want to label it as. However, I will say Lucifer was a light bearer, literally written in the name, in the story. He was a light bearer bringing knowledge. Light bearers bring wisdom and knowledge. And I find that people who would rather stay in their comfort zones, who would rather think that one day they can be the oppressors, reject knowledge and wisdom. They rather remain in the dark. And when I say in the dark, I mean the unknown. They rather remain there. It gives them comfort. So when I'm saying light and dark, I don't have any attachment to whether it's good or bad. Light, I feel like, is, you can see. You can understand. You can conceptualize. You can think. You can process. When I think of darkness, I think of you can feel. You can't necessarily see it, unless you're seeing with the other eye, but you can feel it. It is something that you can sense outside of that eye. However, it is still a level of unknown, of mystery, of illusion. And so a lot of people want to be there, and not even just be there. They don't even want to master it. They just want to be there, and it's a comfort. Ignorance is bliss is what I think of. And so when I think about the whole concept of Lucifer, I think that, knowledge was hidden from people, and even now that it's being brought to light, it's like people still hiding from it. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to see it. They don't want to think it. They want to demonize everyone who is wanting to step out and learn some shit. The Baphomet, man, my daughter was talking about this the other day, and it was just like, they demonized it. And it's like the Baphomet was literally, their ignorant ass couldn't even, I think, properly say Muhammad. or prophet. Like literally, that's what I've been reading up on. Like the Baphomet is not bad. Literally, we give the goat. We give the goat, even though I really feel like you Capricorn motherfuckers are the devil. Shots fired. Like literally, no, y'all are mean. But it's a good mean if y'all healed. If y'all unhealed, oh baby, help y'all. People that y'all come in contact with, oh my gosh, y'all can be the devil. Y'all can be the devil. That's what I felt about my partner. Like I felt like, yeah, me and the devil walking side by side. Like, yeah, he was a Capricorn. I love Capricorns actually though. I love a lot of earth signs. I'm a water sign. I like to get y'all muddy. Get y'all out that one way thinking, logical and shit. Dream a little bit. But yeah, like they demonize the goat though. Like they demonize the goat when literally scapegoating comes from like the Jewish faith of getting goats and literally speaking into the goat's ear all the fucked up shit that you got. Like think of when you go to a therapist, like you treat the goat like a therapy session or a confessional, and you just put all that shit that you didn't experience and dump it into that goat, and then you set it out in the wild, because that's you releasing that shit from yourself. And so you didn't put it into the goat and you didn't release it in the wild. That's the whole part of scapegoating. That is how scapegoating, that is the meaning of scapegoating. So literally we demonize a lot of things from the Western culture and the Western lens, but baby, our ancestors did not. Our ancestors knew that there were light forces and there were dark forces, and there was good and bad in the light forces, and there was good and bad in the dark forces, and that there were good spirits and there were bad spirits, and there were some spirits who were in between, well balanced on both ends. And so literally, saying all of this, hopefully you're understanding where I'm getting to. It don't matter the label, the name, or whatever you put on it. Your enemy is anyone who is trying to fucking take you out. I don't give a fuck who they is. It could be your government. It could be your auntie, your uncle, your mama, your daddy, your friend. It could be your coworker, your supervisor. Your enemy is anyone who is trying to come up against you and they have no reason at all. Like, you don't know why this person is attacking you, why they don't like you. And attacks doesn't have to be someone walking up to you and stabbing you. Attacks is those verbal snide comments that comment a congratulation laced with hate. Attacks are all those different things. Energy is big. Going around someone and maybe they have a smile on their face, but you feel energetically like they don't fuck with you. You ain't making believe this. You feel that shit. That shit is real. Honor how you feel when you are around people. I don't give a fuck whether it makes sense to you right now in this moment. If it feels off and weird, you ain't tripping. You might be early. But you ain't wrong. So literally, go ahead. Some of us gotta, deal with certain shit and do the mingle dingle, but everybody ain't gotta do that. Honor what you gotta do. Know what you here for. What's your purpose and what you gotta do. But for me, most things, if it's interrupting my spirit, I gotta remove it. I'm in the process of trying to remove myself from the enemy now. Not trying to. I've removed myself spiritually and energetically. Literally, she came in my room, in the room that I'm renting. And literally, me and my daughter were laughing and joking. And I was cleaning up, so I had the music playing. So I was talking a little loud, but we were laughing and joking. And I think us having fun interrupts her spirit, because I notice every time we're happy, something really extreme happens. So she came in our room 3 fucking times. 3 fucking times. So the first time she comes in and she's like, what's going on in here? And it was like she wanted to be included, and I'm like, we're talking. And so she was like, what's going on in here? And I'm like, we're talking. And I'm just like this. And then so she said it again, and I'm saying we're talking. And so I'm thinking she's gonna close the door. And so I'm just like, I'm gonna ignore her. And I start talking back to my daughter before she interrupted us. And so then she heard something I said, and she was like, so what do you mean by that? Because I think I said, I had to learn my lessons the hard way. You kind of had like training wheels. I said, and in some cases, you had like, just the whole padded room, not on no crazy shit, just on I was very fucking protective at moments. And so literally, she wanted to know, so what you mean by you had to learn the hard way? And I was like, I'm talking to her. And it is like, because I'm not talking to you. I'm not, bitch, you're not included in this. Like, I'm not kicking it with you. That's a done deal. Like, we're not fucking drinking buddies like my old teacher would say. Like, Sergeant McCray, we're not fucking drinking buddies. Like, without that little style he would make after. Like, me and her, we're not drinking buddies no more. Like, nigga, no, I'm talking to her. So then she finally closed the door. So then me and her laughing, playing, and all again. She come back in here. Is everything okay in here? I said, are you okay? She was like, yeah, but it's like a lot of, like y'all just loud, and it's just like a lot of noise coming from out this room. And it's like, yeah, I'm cleaning up and we're talking and there's music playing. I said, and we're having fun. And I doubled down on her, like, we're having fun. And so she was like, oh, okay, and left out. And so then she came a third time, and this time she asked for trash. And it was funny because I already had the trash in my hand because I was in the room cleaning up. So why are you coming here telling me, do y'all have trash you need to let out? Like, that's what you should have been here first fucking times. Like, I'm about to take trash out. Well, we about to take trash out. Like, you got some trash. Like, that's what you should have led with. But it was funny because I already had the trash bag in my hand because I was cleaning up. So I was just like, you can't have fun around these people. And it's like, how, like, she be trying to disturb my peace with gossip and fucked up shit. I be disturbing her peace when I'm happy. And it's like, that's crazy. That's crazy. So anyway, the enemy is anybody who is out to destroy you, want to siphon your energy, take from you, steal from you, destiny swap, all that shit. Like, anybody who is against you, literally, that is who the enemy is. We get too caught up on titles. We get too caught up on titles. We get too caught up on titles. We get too caught up on groups. Some of y'all out here, thinking, oh, the gays are gonna take over the world. And it's just like, you got good people who are in the LGBTQ community, and you got bad people who are in the LGBT community. Keep your fucking antennas up. But we are not condemning the whole group just because you are butthurt and have been taught hate. You literally have people, with this whole race shit, when it's literally black genetics code for all this shit. In order to be a recessive gene, you had to come from a dominant one. And dominant doesn't mean superior. We are not practicing superiority over here. What we are doing is stating fucking scientific facts, and we're also stating what our ancestors already fucking knew. It is in our genetic coding. We already know this shit. We already know this shit. We already have wisdom instilled in us and knowledge instilled in us. We do not need the white man's textbooks to teach us. I am no longer confirming what I am being told just solely based on what white people have put in a fucking book or written an article about. God created all this shit, so literally it's within us. If God created all, we would be a part of that creation, and we're all linked to it. So literally, I no longer want to use white man's science solely to confirm anything that I speak of. But biologically speaking, and from a scientific point of view, since a lot of people want white man science, literally, it has been proven that we genetically code for all these phenotypes. It does not matter. We have black people with all different fucking variations, shades, eye color, skin color, all that shit. Like it's we have it in all. So literally when people try to do the race card, it is good and bad in all races, bitch. It is good and bad in all races. It is good and bad in all races, nigga. Like, you better start looking at that energy. You better start paying attention to how that person move. You better stop being glamored by these titles. Don't be glamored by the titles. Don't be glamored by the titles. Don't, the religions. Everybody want to fight about which religion gonna give you salvation. Nigga, pick which way works for you and stop telling everybody else what the fuck way it is for them. Can y'all stop? Y'all acting narcissistic and very grandiose. Just because it works for you doesn't mean it will work for everyone else. Like, literally, it works. And literally, you turn people off who are trying to find things that will work for them when you approach them like that. If your way is the only way and there's other people finding ways and other people on this earth who you will never reach, and you think that God will not save them because they didn't find salvation the way that you did, you're not full-blown narcissistic all the time, but you have narcissistic tendencies because there's more than one way. There's more than one way. And I'm not going to even say there's more than one way to skin a cat, because who the fuck is skinning cats? I want to know. Literally, there is more than one way to do things in life. And everybody has free will to find their own way and their own path. And a lot of us have been engineering our own paths. And we're leaders. A lot of people think leaders are people who have followers. A leader is someone who does it first. That's it. That's it. They led the way. They led the way. They went first. So literally, you have all different types of leaderships too. So there's all different types. People who are monotheistic, they'll be like, well, people who are polytheistic, you don't know, you don't have the right way, you're condemned. And it's like, we're all praying to the same source. It's like, shush. We're all praying to the same source. We're just calling it different things. It relates to us in different ways. And it speaks to us on the level that it has to speak to us in what we signed up here to do. And so we have to start learning that not everybody that doesn't fit in line with your ideology is your enemy. Your enemy is someone who is attacking you for no fucking reason. That's who your enemy is. That's who your enemy is. Someone who is trying to oppress and attack you, suck your soul, steal your essence, remove you and pull you further away from God. That is your enemy. If you don't believe in God, I really started these contents out that, like, I really don't know what to say to you. Like, I really don't have an audience for you, and I'm just serious, like, because I don't know what that feel like. I can't speak to it. I've always tried to understand, like, how do you not believe in nothing? But I do talk to some of them, and it's like they do believe in God. They just don't realize that they choose not to give credit to anything outside of them. And so for me though, like, God is me, I am God. It literally, God can be separate from me, God can be within me. God is all. So like, I kind of view it that way. It's weird. It's like I said, a network. It is a network of ever flowing energy, and that's how it should be. But I think, I don't know, it's hard for me to conceptualize not seeing anything outside of yourself or a higher force inside of yourself. So I don't know, that's just me. God created all, so I'm pretty sure, like I said, I can't condemn fucking nobody. So like, God made them to have that path that they gonna have. They might get, you know, on another path, and then another path, they might stay there. It's not my thing to condemn anyone and say that they are wrong. I can say I don't understand it, but I still can love them. I'm not gonna treat nobody fucking wrong or bad that hasn't done anything to me wrong or bad. Like, I just can't do that shit. That shit is evil spirited. And that's what my enemy is. My enemy is evil spirited people who are motherfucking miserable, and they're literally trying to bring every fucking body down. They are soulless. They have sold their soul, and they're trying to obtain yours, and so that you can be stuck in misery with them, which I like to think of as hell. I think of being stuck in these loops and these just being stuck in these loops and being stuck in these cycles and this misery and thinking you're okay like that is hell to me. I also know after this life, like, you ain't seen shit yet if you just thought you was gonna keep fucking with the living and getting away with it. So like, you gonna have repercussions here, and you gonna have repercussions after. Like, you don't get to get off scot-free. You have to pay. You gotta pay up, baby. So that's the enemy to me. My enemy isn't a group of people. I don't believe in all this division shit. Yes, I cannot understand some shit. Like, I can really not understand some shit, and I still can fucking love you at your core for how you present. I know some atheists who literally are not bad people. Like, they don't show up as evil spirited people. I know some that do. So like, literally, you have to use discernment in these things. But I'm not here to oppress any groups of people. I'm here to wipe out pure evil. That's what I'm here for. Like, I'm here to call shit out. I am here to wipe it out. On that spiritual realm, like, I'm nothing to fuck with. And I don't understand why people don't be seeing that shit. Like, it'd be funny to me. Like none of your spirit guys, none of that inner voice, that internal dialogue, like that's what I can tell when a person ain't connected really to some shit outside of themselves or within themselves. Because it goes both ways to me. As above, so below, so within. As within, so without. And so like, literally, it's all for me. And so like, literally, when a person fuck me over, or someone else that I know is just the most loving and kind person, just want to see people win and shit, like, I just be like, oh, like, either your team, you disconnected from your spiritual team and God, or either God set your ass up. You must have asked for something and God sent me, and it was proof that you wasn't ready. It was proof that you wasn't ready. So literally, yeah. I'm against all who don't play fair. I'm against all who number one principle isn't humanity. Humanity, I would say your number one principle should be, as a human being, humanity and protection of this earth and all the inhabitants in it. Literally, that as a human, that is your sole duty, is to cultivate and nurture this earth, to protect the life form on this earth, not mass produce it and kill it and be greedy and do all that shit. Like, yes, you can eat meat, but you are supposed to do that shit ethically. Like, you are not supposed to be doing this shit that we are doing. Like, this shit is unethical. And then, if you're into philosophy, you get into what's ethical. But to me, life is, the preservation of life is fucking, it is imperative. Like, you can't sustain life on earth if you don't sustain life on earth. Like, you won't be here, my buddy. Like, you won't be here. We are cancer to this earth, and it is time for the earth to rid itself of cancer, and it is doing it through select people. A lot of y'all are waiting for God to return. God is here. God is here. Jesus is here. Buddha is here. All these different ascended masters are here. They are literally channeling through people. You got angels, you got demons, you got all this shit. Yes, it's real. You do. Like, your enemy is anybody who comes up against you. Whoever goes up against you is going up against God. And so that's your enemy. Like, and can they win? No. Can he win? No. They might piss you off a little bit. Don't crash out. Don't crash out. Some of us meant to crash out, though. Like, some of us signed up to be martyrs. We give love and protection to martyrs until it's their time. But if you ain't a martyr, don't crash out. Don't crash out. I want to crash out all the time. But my inner dialogue be like, don't crash out. Don't do it. Latifah, don't kill that bitch. Don't smack her. And I'm just being real and honest. Like, my intrusive thoughts be definitely, going wild. I really wanted to 300 kick my mom in the chest. Like, if I had a hole, I would have 300 kicked her ass down it. For that comment she made. But I didn't. I went and took a little walk, and I went and talked it out. I sat in my head for a day and just processed some shit, which it was good because I was already purging her. And it was like, oh, thank you. You're the catalyst for getting me the fuck out of this situation. You're the catalyst. So, like, literally, everything happened for a reason. The weapons that your enemies be forming, like, they be forming. But baby, utilize them. Utilize those weapons. God, it's a double-edged sword coming up against you. So, like, literally, the weapon to form, you learn what you gotta learn, and you utilize what you gotta utilize from that situation. But God also is letting them dig a motherfucking hole they can't get out of. God is sealing their fate because they keep fucking with you and you ain't did shit to them. So, like, literally, your enemy is whoever is coming up against you. It don't matter whether it's your mama, your daddy, your kid, whatever. Like, them kids grow up and they'll try to take you down. It's not just one particular person. It can come to you, and it could be your husband, your wife. It could be anybody, and you got to choose who you got to choose. You got to choose you. And then when you choose you can't overgeneralize. You can't say, oh, because my husband did me dirty, I can't never have another husband again. You can't say that. You can't say that. You cheating yourself out of a happy life. Don't let them people traumatize you out of living a happy, healthy life on this earth. You deserve love. You deserve real love and genuine people. Literally allow your enemies to be your lessons if you're here to tell another day. Talk about, what you've been through and all that shit. Like, literally, don't let them people steal your joy. Don't let them steal you living your life. If you had fucked up relationships with your parents, sometimes God send you parental figures on your way, on your way. Like, send you a whole healthy family, whole healthy groups of people. And literally, you can't be like, just because those people scarred you, that like you will never let nobody else in. Don't allow them to steal shit from you. They're stealing your life when you allow yourself to remain traumatized. And that's what I had to learn. Like, I was becoming so closed off, and then I wanted these things, but then I'm not healed because I'm still traumatized. And like, literally, I was allowing that shit to steal from me what was meant for me. And so your enemy is anything or anybody that comes up against you. But will they win? No. Stay rooted and grounded in your faith in God, however that looks for you. There are some people who have trauma around the word God. If you have trauma around the word God, guess what? Call it your higher power. Call it whatever. The Almighty, the Omega. Like, literally, there are so many words. I call it all source sometimes. Sometimes when I see God, it's not a face at all. It is just a fucking burst of energy, a burst of light. It looks so, because God is all. So God shows up for me in so many different ways. I'm tired of seeing white Jesus. I'm tired of seeing white Mary Magdalene. I'm literally working on my own art piece for both of them, mother and father, literally. Oh, 3 birds just went flying. Yay. But literally, yeah, I'm tired of seeing a lot of the religious figures as fucking white, and literally I'm tired of it. It's not true. It's not accurate. And so, God actually is beyond that shit. God is energy. God is life itself. And so, like, you know, don't get caught up on being so traumatized. Heal. And know that your enemy, just because you had a traumatizing situation with somebody in the LGBT community, you cannot condemn the whole community. Just because you had a traumatizing event with one black person, you cannot condemn the whole community. A white person, y'all kind of convinced us of some shit. Like, I won't take it back. I can't. It's like, y'all really have convinced the world of some shit. But thank God that I have met some fucking decent white people. And I'm pretty sure they're laughing with me right now. The only butthurt ones is the ones who haven't healed. And so literally, y'all have convinced us of some shit. Even the ones who have healed are shaking their heads with me. Literally. But yeah, the enemy, shit, can come up in any form. Shit, the enemy can come up in any form. The enemy can come up as a goddamn wild animal out the woods right now. Though I find animals to be pretty much well more in tune with the spiritual realm than people. That's another thing. Like, I identify with all these fucking living things on this planet, and I'd be so happy when I get to see a new life form that I haven't seen before. Like, that should be dope. So there's so much that man hasn't discovered on this planet, and for good reason, because you would fucking try to kill it and experiment on it instead of just fucking letting it be. So, because you gotta what? Man gotta what? Learn it, gotta figure out what makes it tick and how, and so it can subjugate it and fucking control it and all that shit. Like, yeah, we're done with that shit. If you ain't moving with principles, if you don't have a certain level of morality, and yes, principles and morality change depending on who you ask for, but you should have some root shit that literally speaks to your integrity when no one else is watching, and respect for all life forms has to be one. And when I say all life forms, I don't mean that you can't take out a threat. You can take out a threat. If it's attacking you, attack it back. But I mean innocent. I mean something that's not fucking with you. Play fair. So your enemy is anything that's not playing fair. Some of y'all are your own enemies. I have been my own enemy. And I had to stare myself in the face and realize I was sabotaging my motherfucking self. And that happens when you don't heal. So some of y'all are not even in a stage that you can play well with others right now. You in a stage where you need to fucking heal. And I speak from experience, and I speak from I'm right there with you. So yeah, your enemy can be you. Your enemy can be other spirits and life forces that come through, the people that you love and the people that are closest to you. All I can say is, once it's revealed to you, you better listen and take heed. Alrighty. So, and I have to take my own advice. Don't ever forget it. That's why in my last video I said that pedestal gonna get us fucked up. I have to take my own advice. I'm not speaking from I have mastered all aspects of what I'm talking about. I'm speaking from experience. I'm in the process of it. I'm speaking from, I'm learning. So that's why I try to keep the importance of no pedestals, don't put nobody above yourself. Shit. But that higher power you believe in. And that higher power gonna let you know, like, you right there with it. You right there with it. Right there with it. As long as you can stay humble and not get big-headed, you right there with it. So literally, I'm going to be outie on that one. That was a 40-minute video. See, I told you. I wanted it to be short, but it'll be long. Bye-bye.